It's because of the screen size. My mistake. Okay, now you guys should be able to see well. Alright, good morning. My name is Tony. This is Red Cyber Dragon. And it is 6:56 a.m. here on the beautiful east coast of the United States. And I'm super late. I'm so sorry. I slept in quite a bit um, without realizing it. If you don't know, in the United States, we change the clock twice a year for some reason. I don't know, because we like to torture ourselves or something. It's so stupid. It makes everybody late for work, and there's no reason for it. It's just somebody had an idea in the 70s that it would save energy, and they were wrong, and we still can't decide to change it back. It's so stupid. Anyways, good morning. Um, it's 5 degrees outside centigrade, so that's nice. Nice and cold. Everything's just going awesome. Off to a good start today. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. If there's anybody in chat, let me know if you want me to do something in particular. But I think I would like to find some. Mm, I don't think my brain is going to work real well right now on code. Oh, I will talk about something that happened yesterday while I was working on our website. I spent like 2 hours, maybe even more, trying to add a one-time password to my Django site. And I got it. I got it working. The thing is, for whatever reason, when you try to log on to the admin site, it bypasses two-factor authentication. But if you log in via my end of it, like my login page, it'll take you through 2FA. And I'm just like, damn, I gotta figure out why the admin is not forwarding to the MFA page. That's a huge pain. So I haven't figured it out yet, and I honestly don't think it's really worth it. I get distracted by stuff. Yesterday we spent a ton of time working on that particle thing, and I don't think that was necessary either. So, all right then. Well, there are actually people watching. I guess I should work on the game a little bit. By the way, I apologize to anyone watching on YouTube if I've missed your messages. I'm trying to keep YouTube chat up. YouTube acts real weird if you're not using anything other than Streamlabs for some reason. And that's not great. I don't like that. But I am looking at chat. So Alright, so what did we do yesterday? Wait, one thing I want to do. The player out front. Hmm. Let's reset that. I don't know why the fireball's still behind everything. Alright, what else can we do? Gonna need a ranged enemy at some point. But I don't think I really want to do that today. Make a new level. Play this one. Pretty good. I think the dragon's probably too small. Just in general. Oh no! I didn't put a death zone on this one yet. Okay. Just trying to think of what else to do. Like, we made the tile maps for this. I really need to sit down and design the actual levels. But I don't want to just, like, start randomly doing that. Maybe I should look up, like, procedural generation or something. I know that Jackie had a video on that. Let's look. She does a whole thing on tile maps.
Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of our tile map tutorial series. Today is a very special topic, and that is procedural generation. Alright, let's get started. So right off the bat, you might notice that some of the assets have changed a bit. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that from time to time. Also, we are using Godot 4.2.1, so it should be okay to just update. I didn't have any issues, but if anything, just post them in the comment or go in the Discord and post your issues. Alrighty, so we are not going to be using this world. We're going to actually create a new scene because we want to procedurally generate it. So we're going to have a new 2D scene. I'm going to call this proc gen world. Okay, and we are going to add a tile map to this world. Okay, let's save our scene. Control
Makes
S
sense.
to save. Save it in the scenes file. Save. Let's create it. Go to the root scene, make a script, go to the scripts folder, and save that. Awesome. I'm going to just delete all of that for now and save the script. And we can actually, you can exit out of the other scenes, but I want to open world 2 again, because if you look in our tile map in our procgen world, we're going to need a tile set, and we don't want to do all that work of creating the tile sets and the terrains and everything all over again. So an easy way to do that is to come into our old tile map, go to the tile set, and put save as. And I like to save such resource files in a data folder, but you can do it how you like.
Okay, that's good to
We're just
know.
going to save this as tile
Straight
sets.
up, I did
And
not
when
know
it's
that.
.trez, that means it's a resource.
So, okay,
save
that is
that.
awesome.
And now in our data folder, we have this trez file. So now when we go to our tile map, we don't need to create a new one. We can just put our old one in. And this has all of the tiles. And it also has, if we go to the tile map, you'll see it has all the terrains and everything. So it's really great. One thing it doesn't have is this tree, which we need to add. So I'm going to create tile, go to select and drag it out so that we have the tree. Perfect. This was the old palm tree. We're moving up in the world now, guys. So in order to have procedural generation,
I'll be right back. I'm still listening.
Noise. And I'll explain it a bit further, what it does and everything in a bit, but let's just get access to it. So we're going to create a variable called noise, height, texture, and it's going to be of type noise, texture 2D. So this is a subset of textures. So we're going to use @export so we can get access to this variable in the inspector. And here it says noise, height, texture. So we're going to create a new noise texture 2D, and then we're going to click into it, and you're going to see all these different values. But what's most important is when we come here to noise. So if you want to read more about this noise texture, of course, come in here, hold down control, and you can read about that and how Godot uses the fast noise light library for noise generators and everything. I suggest you read it in here. Okay, so now we want to go into this noise variable and create a new fast noise light. And you'll see this is the noise. So in order to understand this a bit better, in black and white, you can't really tell what's happening here. I'm going to use the color ramp. You don't have to do this. This is just for explanation purposes. So in the color ramp, you'll see there's a gradient, and that's basically how it's working. We can go to the raw data, and you'll see basically if it's 0, it's black. If it's 1, it's white, and then there's all shades in between. We're going to come here to constant. Okay, and we are going to push this to the side. And since this is our noise height, if the value that we get here is below a certain value, we're going to want to put water. So I'm going to change this to a blue so it could signify as water. If we get a value above a certain threshold, we're going to want to put sand. This is how we're going to be generating our world. If it gets above another value, we're going to put grass. And if it gets above another value, we're going to have cliffs. So let's just signify that as brown. And then when we come up here and we reset it, you're going to see we have what looks like world generation. Here you could see, oh, there's not enough water. And basically how we can get more water is just we make this one bigger. Okay, and then when I refresh, you'll see now there's more water, but now there's way too much. And whatever. This is not the values we're going to be receiving. It's not going to just turn into this. We're going to have to do it manually. This is just to show you how our noise is going to generate our land masses.
Interesting.
Okay, so we did that. So now let's go into our fast noise light. And you'll see there's a bunch of different noise types. And we're going to mess around with that in the future. But for now, we're just going to use simplex smooth. The way procedural generation works is you can have all these values the way you like, and you're going to be generating different seeds, and it's going to use the same values. It's just going to give you different variations, and that's how it works. Okay, and we're going to basically leave everything else the same. So basically, the bread and butter of this noise height texture is this noise. This is what we want access to. So we're going to create a new variable called noise, and it's going to be of type noise. So we're going to get access to that noise in the ready function. So let's do func ready noise height texture dot noise, and we're going to set our noise value equal to the noise from that texture. And remember, you can come in here, control click, and you'll see that it does have a noise. So what is noise? We can click in here. You can read more information about it. But we want this float. We want this method, get noise 2D. And it receives an X and a Y. So firstly, what we're going to want to do is we're going to, for now, let's have a small width and height. So I'm going to do width equals 100. We could set it to type int. And I'm just going to copy and paste it and change this to height. Cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a function called generate world. And in this function, we are basically going to loop through our width and our height. So for I, let's use x. For x in range width, for y in range height. And we're going to get a variable called noise value. And basically, we're going to take this noise, and remember...
Not sure this is exactly what we are needing at the moment. Sorry guys, I am all over the place this morning. It's because I woke up too late. Let's see. She's got some interesting, what is this? This looks kind of funny. I want to see what this is.
Coming live at you from I Hate My Life Studios, this is Jackie Estevez. I'm here to give you advice on how to hate game development.
Yeah.
Make devlogs. Making devlogs will be the worst decision of your life. But don't believe me. In the studio, we have 4 game developers that are here to tell you how game development ruined their lives. First up, let's hear about how this game dev's brilliant game idea ruined their life.
So one day, I had this really amazing idea for a game. It was a platformer, and I called it Mole Jumper. I was so excited to work on it every day. I decided to post some YouTube videos on it to make some devlog. At first, nobody really cared, but after a while, people started really getting excited for it. But one day, the spark died, and I wanted to make other games. So I did. I worked on other games and I started posting other videos, but they were getting so angry. We want Mole Jumper! Where's Mole Jumper? When are you gonna do the next devlog? Mole Jumper? Huh? It was getting too much. So I decided to go back to Mole Jumper and work on it. And now I don't even have any motivation to make anything. I just want it to stop.
Oh, so tragic. You know, content creation is not for the lighthearted. Speaking of lighthearted, the next game developer had 4 panic attacks while entering a building. Let's see what they have to say about devlogs.
Retention. The low retention. They keep clicking away. The average view duration. Well, don't click away, please. Don't click away. Don't click away from the video. Just watch.
Oh my god, this one is me, for sure. This one is totally me. Please, please, please keep watching me. I promise I'll do something interesting. No, don't go, don't go.
Watch it. You didn't click the thumbnail. Why didn't you click the thumbnail? The average view duration. Attention span.
What's wrong with the thumbnail?
Wow, buddy, it's going to be okay. Haha, our next guest stole all the staff cookies and then asked the executive producer for her number. Give it up for Lil Dev.
I was working.
Oh man, Little Dev is an asshole. I bet you anything.
on some type of game and I decided to post my progress to YouTube. Got better at making videos, got more views, easy peasy. Now what the suckers didn't know is I was making the game look all fine and dandy for the cameras. And boy, once those cameras stopped rolling, errors flooded the screen. But nobody even knew I was pumping out the features just to make them devlogs.
I don't get it. Is she supposed to be like a douchebag or a stoner? Because it's like 420k followers. She's like eating a cookie. She's got sunglasses on, but also that hat, though. What's up, Jackie?
I thought the game was gonna work. I'll keep posting. I want to get some of that sweet YouTube ad revenue.
Wow, what a cool guy. I'm not sure about our last developer, but I'm sure they have a lot of bad things to say about devlogs.
Yeah, I recommend to make devlogs. But you should make them for yourself. Don't try to appeal to an algorithm or to likes, because it's not sustainable. If you do what you do and you enjoy doing it, there are going to be people who are interested in your content. You just gotta be patient and improve on your skills every day. YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. You gotta be sustainable.
No, we need to cut it. Alright guys, we need to abruptly end this. Stay tuned for next week where we talk about why Kickstarters are the only ways to fund your project.
An algorithm or to likes, because it's not sustainable.
I'm sorry. Jackie Codes. I don't really feel like listening to you. I think I'll take Jackie Codes. I'm sorry. Jackie Codes with 30k subscribers telling me to do what I like and do it sustainably. I don't think so. I'll be taking my advice from this guy.
I'll keep posting. I thought the game was gonna once those cameras.
Because they got 420k. Also, they just seem a lot cooler than you, Jackie. I'm just going to keep reacting to Jackie's videos, and then I'm going to put them all in her Discord and just be like, haha, making fun of you. I don't know. Jackie's funny. Why you shouldn't do game dev YouTube. What does that mean? I just say I don't get much traction on YouTube. Like for our first devlog, I did buy some advertising. I want some promotion. And it got some more response, but I don't know. I didn't spend that much on it. And obviously, like, who knows if that really helps in the long run, but I felt like it was okay. We were just starting a business. Made sense to spend some money on ads, but let's see. Let's see Jackie's origin story.
Oh my god, what if the bugs are there? I don't like this. What if the bug is right below me? Oh my god, I'm so freaking scared, guys.
In order to understand what is going on here, we need to go back to the beginning.
Oh, come on.
It all started on an ordinary day working on Hypatia, when a thought struck me like lightning. I'm kind of thinking of taking a break from my game and doing a little bit of Godot. So I had no...
Oh, this is the Jackie origin story. I like this. I didn't really get into making games until I got into Godot, so I don't really have one. But my bet would be... When was this? Oh, this was 2 years ago, so it was before the Unity drama. But yeah, after the Unity drama, Callum Upton made a video about the Unity thing. And he was like, yeah, if you're going to make games, I wouldn't choose Unity because of the business model. And you just can't trust the company at this point. And until they've earned that back, like, it's probably not a great idea. And I was like, yep. And then he was like, try Godot. And I was like, Godot? I've never even heard of that. And I looked it up and I was like, oh, GODOT. I know what that is. But not really. And then, like, I looked into it, found out GD script was a lot like Python, and then it was kind of game over from that point, you know? I was like, finally, a fucking game engine that doesn't use a language I hate and is free and open source and it's also powerful. Oh, and it takes like 2 seconds to download and open, unlike Unity and Unreal. Look, I'm not saying Unity and Unreal are bad engines. They're not, obviously. But I'm just saying that, like, a lot of the downsides I saw from other engines were not existent in Godot. And, yeah. Just like how Python and its open source and community really helped me in the beginning, Godot and its really great community has been helping me a lot now. So, anyways, let's see Jackie's villain origin story.
No game plan before going into this. For every decision in this game, I would run my brain motor as fast as it would go, and the first thing that popped in was chosen. So I came up with a main character, popped in a tile set, added climb and dash, took a break. 1 second, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. Be right back. Animated everything, and then called it a day. The next day, when I woke up, something then called it a day.
She spelled Thursday wrong. Jackie, you spelled Thursday wrong. Just gonna point that out.
The next day, when I woke up, something amazing happened. Someone went to the GitHub page, probably laughed at the code because in the morning it was squeaky clean. It was actually someone who had popped in the stream while I was working on it, and I haven't had the pleasure of seeing him since, so if you watch this video,
Broccoli and cheese is yummy.
thank you.
Oh my god, is that Panda Coder? No, that would require Panda Coder being helpful. Can't be Panda Coder or Zultra Lord. They're notoriously unhelpful.
Evening the night before, and in the morning, I could not stop thinking about Godot. It was on this day that I made the decision that I would only work on this game for 3 days and then I would release it to itch. So on this day, I did the UI for the main menu, I worked on the wall jump,
Jumpity doo dah.
added a ferocious enemy. Damn it, Debbie, you played the wrong sound bit. Ferocious enemy. I created a nice song. And I called it a day. Next day, I was pumped and determined to finish this bad boy up, and I popped on the stream and it was time to go. So on the last day, I put level 2, a lever to end each level, some sound effects,
Oh no!
a timer and a score, and an
Wait a minute, was that a...
a
Oh, I'm so doing that. I was thinking about doing my own sound effects for my game too. Here's my dragon sound. How's that? And here's him shooting fire. That's good, right?
timer and a score and an end screen. I knew I had to finish the game because I was going crazy, so towards the end, all that was left was to play test it. Which brings us to the present day. So I play tested through the game for the first time, rage quit through it, and finally exported it to itch, which was mega easy on Godot. I got home super late, but I slept like a rock, happy with my accomplishments. Until I woke up the next morning.
Couldn't switch the lever.
Oh my god, how stupid can I be? I let everyone down. My mom, my fans, my dog. I just couldn't take the shame. So the issue was I forgot to add the UI, letting the player know how to pull the lever. So while I was adding the lever UI on stream, people were playing my game and shouting more complaints.
The sound is burning my ears!
Me want coyote jump. My name is Peter Parker and I like pancakes.
I didn't know what Coyote Jump was, so I've had to figure it out. In short, it's just a hack so that you get an extra couple microseconds where the player registers a floor so that you're able to jump. After I finished the 3 tweaks, I re-exported the game to itch.
Oh, like from Roadrunner?
This was my
You know how he runs off the cliff and for a second he doesn't realize that he's falling and so he doesn't fall? And then he looks down and goes, I'm sure that looked awesome.
first time making a game in Godot. It was amazing how easy everything was and how little friction I faced. It was also an important experience to finish a game, release it, hear feedback, and correct it. This is something I hadn't done in all the 8 months of development on Hypatia. Feedback is so important, and it's an integral step in game development. It's better to get feedback sooner than later. Another thing I'd like to mention is following tutorials can only get you so far with a game engine.
True.
Before Jumpity Doodah, I had done 2 tutorials that I hadn't finished in Godot. But nothing beats doing something all on your own. So try it out. Make a small game and finish it. Post it and share it. I'd love to play your games. Send it on the Discord or during the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you got something out of this. Peace.
Jackie's pretty cool. Don't tell
I
her I
started
said
making
that.
games spring of 2021 using the Unity game engine.
But I've changed since then, and we be using Godot now.
Was it the right decision? Are my games better? You'll have to watch to find out. This year, I released a total of 9-ish games, 5 of which are complete. Let's talk a little about what was made. Jumpity Doodah was the first game I made in Godot.
Cut all that boring stuff. You need to play this game. You can run, you can jump, you can dash, you can climb. What more could you ask for?
She
in a
was
game?
definitely a theater kid.
Alright, back
Just
to the pretty
saying.
lady.
And it holds a very dear place in my heart because it was the first game that I finished, released on itch, heard feedback, and then fixed it.
After Jumpity Doodah, I was impressed with how easy it was to make games in Godot. But just a little warning, the next game is not for the lighthearted. So next, I wanted to make a shooting game. And also have some story and atmosphere and a goal to it, because there wasn't any of that in Jumpity Doodah.
Why am I jumping?
So in this game, you're a plague doctor, and you need to find a cure. But one of the ingredients is the venom to a vicious and terrifying creature called the Tarantapute. Although the story is on point in this game, the game mechanics are not. I couldn't find an efficient way at the time to shoot the Tarantapute acid, and it shoots at a crazy random velocity, which is not good in games, because an enemy attack should follow a pattern so that beating it takes skill and not luck. I'd actually like to go back to this game and properly implement it. After Tarantapute, I started moving the progress for Hypatia from Unity to Godot. I scraped a lot of the old assets and changed the look of the game, but I didn't have a clear plan, so after a bit of work and a bit of scattered progress, I went back to creating little games. On the stream, I held a little competition. The chosen viewer would receive a game made by me and directed by them. Necro was the winner, a fellow game dev who was creating
That's
his
cool.
own game. Through Necro's direction, I created Raptor, a space shooting game based off of Gallica. Fight waves of enemies, get power-ups, and try to get the high score. This is the first time I implemented a scoreboard, and it was super easy using the Silent Wolf add-on. This game is pretty addicting. Try it out. Don't you just love those speed typing games? I do. The next game was based off of it, and I feel it brought my game making skills to the next level. Looking back, I see how I combined the skills and lessons from the other games to produce it. First off, there's the story. Your cute little spider climbing a beanstalk to make it to your love at the top. Second, there's a leaderboard we learned how to make in the last game. Next, the scoreboard draws from Mario to calculate. It uses the time took to complete and how many leaves you got. And of course the difficulty reflects on the score. But it was the first time I added character and difficulty selection and a cutscene, all of which are a nice touch to any game. Play this game and you'll type
Interesting.
like this. After Spiderstock, I made 2 more prototypes, and while having fun on all these short-term projects, I heard Hypatia
I do want to do. I picked the wrong time to pause it. Holy fuck.
Hypatia calling to me. It felt really good to come back. In my Unity implementation,
Why? Why would you put that in your video, Jackie? Why?
I never even thought about level design. I had a hill here, a cave here, and Athens here, with some random space in between. I read books on level and game design, and I also downloaded Tiled, an open source application that helps create 2D tiled-based map. This improved my workflow by a lot. I also knew I needed a smarter enemy, so I spent
What's it called?
an open source. I read books on level and game design, and I also downloaded Tiled, an open source application that helps create 2D tiled-based map. This improved my workflow by a lot. I also knew I needed a smarter enemy, so I spent a lot of time working on the enemy AI script. But it finally got to the point where Hypatia felt like a fun game. During this time, I also got great progress on the enemies, some key areas, the combat, XP, the skill tree layout, and the dialogue system. But the game still didn't feel right. I still didn't know what I was doing. I was reading all these game design books, and I knew I had missed something very important. By the way, I can't recommend these 2 game dev books more. Rules of Play is a masterclass on making games, and an architectural approach to level design helped me when I was struggling so much to make levels. Use my Amazon links in the description and you'll be directly supporting the channel. Thanks. I still hadn't come up with the story, the goals, the progression, the why. I was so obsessed with pumping out features and I didn't work on the root of my game. So I decided to take my doggo for 1 week of solitude in the mountains. That 1 week of solitude definitely helped, but I still need to do a lot of work before the story and the roots are complete. And so I vowed not to program any more features for Hypatia until the story is complete. While developing Hypatia, I was challenged by a viewer to make a Pong-like game, but instead of 2 sides, it had to be in a circle. And so Pi Pong was born. I quickly got the game mechanics working after an hour, but I wanted a challenge, so I decided to make it my first mobile game ever. The game was fun and it was super easy making it mobile friendly, but it wasn't until the major graphical update until I really felt excited about it.
Turn up that glow!
I also added multiple game modes. Normal, where the ball speed is the same, but every 20 hits there are phases. Speed, each time you hit.
Sorry, yeah, that looks good. Oh man, that looks so good.
Hit the ball, it gets a little faster. Obstacle, a random obstacle shape.
Is it on the App Store?
The ball gets faster each time and the paddle gets smaller. Not for the lighthearted. I also added a shop where you can buy skins using coins. You get coins by passing all phases in normal mode. Coins are also used to get 1 extra life. But what's a mobile game without ads? Okay, hear me out. You could play the whole game with all the features without any ads.
It's not on the Apple App Store.
You can get anyways by getting to level 60. Ads were really annoying to implement because you need to interact with Satan, Android Studio. So after finishing the core features, I went through the process of publishing to the Google Play Store, and I was rejected because of an issue of how I stated I stored data. I requested permission for external storage, which I didn't need because I was using the game storage. It took a while for me to understand and fix the issue, but other than that big bump, the development went pretty good. Disclaimer, the game is not 100% polished. You might need to smash the ad button a couple times for it to play an ad, but I'm very proud of my baby, so try it out on the Google Play Store now! By the way, quick shout out to Velky for making the amazing Pi Pong logo.
I understand
and
why
Crypto for
it's
the
only
idea.
on
Appreciate y'all. Late in the year,
Android.
my game dev skills were needed, and I was asked to lay the foundations to a cool Stardew Valley-like game. But this game would have a cute little robot that you can program and automate. Plant crops, and buy seeds and tools at the shop. At the time, I was making the transition to Godot 4.0, and after messing around with tile maps, I knew the project had to be done in Godot 4.0, even though it wasn't officially out at the time. It was such a joy to make the game. It also made me so grateful to have made that monumental decision at the start of the year to switch game engines. I was perfectly content with Godot before, but after using 4.0, there was no going back. I loved the progression the engine was making, and I was so happy to be a passenger in its development. So I finished up the Stardew robot game, and the strength of the tile maps planted the seed for the next project. So next, I really wanted to make a
I can't stress enough how awesome it is that Godot is free and open source when you consider the value it brings. It's the way it should be. I'm not saying other game engines have to be open source. I'm just really happy we have a very, very good free and open source game engine. It makes the other ones better. You know that? Because why would you go pay for something if you couldn't get something better for free? So it puts pressure on them to keep their game engines top quality.
2D top-down base building game. And as I was building it, I thought about making it survival, and hence my Minecraft-like survival game Logcraft was created. Am I copying Minecraft? Nah. The creation of Minecraft spawned its own category of games. Just like Dark Souls spawned Soul-like, and Franz Kafka spawned Kafkaesque.
But I do know one thing. This year will be another year of game development and learning. I even made a list of goals to ensure that I stay on track for 2023.
Goal number 1, release a game to Steam. Goal number 2, finish my Godot book. So I've been writing a book for beginners. I took a pause because I wanted to wait for 4.0 to come out. Goal number 3, make a little 3D game. Goal number 4, study the shader. Write the shader. Be the shader. Goal number 5, take a peek at the Godot source code. Goal number 6, find out the who, what, and why of Hypatia. And the last goal is to make a game in a team.
That's all, folks. Thank you so much for sticking around, and a big thank you to all the Patreons supporting the channel. Hit that subscribe button or I'll make you the enemy to my next game. Thank you. Bye.
Oh man, I'm already subscribed. I want to be the enemy.
The frigging is upon us. Don't leave the fridge open? No, leave it open, dude. I need to breathe. I'm in the fridge. I'm live! Why, hello. Can the fridge people see me now? 8-Bit Dylan. Am I fridge viewable? Hello, fridge people, if you're there. What's up? So, for all you new guys, my name is Thor. I make video games. Been in the gaming industry for 18 years. Used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. Worked on everything from World of Warcraft Vanilla all the way into...
Yeah, I mean, as awesome as Jackie is, Thor is the reason I'm sitting here right now. Yeah, the GOAT.
Overwatch, except for Burning Crusade, because I left for a while. And then, I left and I worked at Amazon Game Studio on the Lumberyard game engine, and then I left
Excuse me for just a minute, I'm going to go get some coffee.
For the federal government, so I was a pen tester working at the DOE. And then I quit, because I didn't like having my hair cut short. And I started my own indie studio called Pirate Software. Now I make games on the internet, and this is what I've done full-time for the last 5 years. I just make games, and I build stuff on Twitch, and that's it. That's all I've been doing. So, one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about immensely on here, the biggest thing of all, is our studio wouldn't exist without Twitch. Hands down. It wouldn't, what we're doing would not be possible without Twitch in any respect. Over the last year, we've finally gotten our own categories. So we have software and game development as a category now, which is really, really cool. But on top of that, it's shown that so many different people can come in here and make their own games, which is something that they didn't think they would be able to do. So I'm going to show you something. I put together a website called develop.games. How many of you guys out there ever wanted to make a game? And you're just like, I can't do this. I'm not a good programmer. I'm not a good artist. I'm not a good musician. I don't have the ability to do this thing that I want to do. I don't have the technical knowledge on how to make a game that I need in order to do this. So you have to be this high to ride the ride, right? It's not a thing. So we're going to go into this for a little bit. But the first thing is, what skills do you need? None. You don't need to know anything. You could be bad at everything, and it's totally fine. So let's go into a few of these. You don't need to be an amazing artist. Thomas Was Alone is a really, really good example of this. Really, really good example of this. Thomas Was Alone is a game about rectangles. And it's going to make you cry. It's one of the most deeply moving stories you've ever... Oh my god. You just give... How many is that? Barely Mod Mother. What is this? Hey, Pirate Software, you inspire many with your talent and wit. We wanted to give you something that would fit. 20 gifted subs, dude. What a boss. Thank you very much. Holy moly, dude. 20 gifted subs. What a mad lad. Now we're going to see the dog for a while. Look at him go. It's Baron. He's here. I'm going to pause it for a moment. We have so little time. Thank you very much. Seriously, that is a lot. That is a lot of subs, dude. You're amazing. Honestly. Thank you for making this possible, man. So, as I was saying, Thomas Was Alone is a game about rectangles that'll make you cry. You could have very little artistic ability to make this game. You could absolutely make this game. It's all rectangles, even the particle effects. Let's look at this. Look at this. It's all particle effects that are rectangles. The objects are rectangles, and there's triangles in there. You can do this. It's programmer art. Nothing is stopping you from making this game. You go, oh, well, they had really cool lighting in that. Maybe I can't do that. What about Suits of Business RPG? What about this? What about Suits of Business RPG?
No color.
This whole game is drawn in pencil and scanned into a computer, and then you play it. All of it is hand-drawn. The entire game.
Technomancy.
What's stopping you from making this? Nothing. The only thing that would stop you from making a game like this is fear that someone would look at your art and go, that's not good enough. But Suits of Business RPG exists. And it's done really well. People like it. 89% positive. It's actually doing great. Thomas Was Alone is sitting at 93% positive. That one's doing great. Let's go to West of Loathing. How many of you guys have ever played Kingdom of Loathing? Old web browser game. Love this game. Love the hell out of it. Very funny, very silly, good stuff. Stick figures. The whole thing is stick figures. It doesn't need to be God's gift to graphics. It just needs to be fun. That's it. That's all you have to do. So you look at this and you go, okay, well maybe I don't need to be an artist then. Maybe I could just make something funny, like throw dynamite at a cow. That's fine. You know, I could do that. I can do this. I can make this kind of stuff happen. We got Nepenthe here, too. This was actually made by one of our community members. And this one was all scanned into a computer as well, like Suits of Business RPG, but it was done with colored pencil. Look at this. Playable game. Something you can pick up on Steam. Nepenthe. This stuff is awesome. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. And then you get better at it. You get better at it. And better at it. Make cooler and cooler stuff. So you go, okay, well, I could do the art then. If that's the bar standard, I could do the art then. But I can't do the music. But you can. Let's go pull this up. We're going to pull up Hidden Folks. Let's go pull up Hidden Folks real quick, and I'm going to stop our stream music. By the way, all this music here on stream is from our game Heartbound. We have 100 songs in the OST. It's bananas. It's going to be loud for a moment. Oh, got it. Listen to this. It's Where's Waldo with mouth noises. If you can't make music, you can still make music.
I said I was going to do all my sound effects myself.
You can make it. It's charming, dude. It's charming as fun.
That's the fireball.
Called Hidden.
Right? No, wait, that's not dragon noise.
Folks. The whole thing is just a hidden object game. It's sitting at 97% positive on Steam. It's done really, really...
Oh, maybe he'll do it. But the guy in World of Warcraft, apparently it's some dude like gargling yogurt. You know, the frog thing that goes... So yeah, you can make your own sound effects for sure. Says that frog. Warcraft. Gargle noise, Warcraft. Yeah, this one. Murloc, yeah. I think I actually do it pretty well. You do not look up frogs on YouTube.
I started making games spring of 2021 using the
I think spring of 2021 is when I first tried to start as well, interestingly enough. What? Okay, no, that's weird.
The interesting thing about the Red Pill community is they're the only community
Ah! Never click on YouTube Shorts, guys. It does not end well there. Anyway, that was Dr. K, though, so actually it's not so bad.
And I created this JavaScript quiz course to have a fun and interactive way to teach you all about the fundamentals of JavaScript.
I really want. I hope we're not getting bamboozled here, but I believe we should be getting some. Yes, okay. So we got a lot of questions coming up. That's just, don't worry, it's just an intro.
In this course, I'll prompt you 50 questions about topics like the event loop, scopes and closures, the this keyword, classes and prototypes, garbage collection, and so much more.
Oh, I'm ready.
So get ready to test your foundational JavaScript knowledge and have
I don't have any, so.
I'm ready. I'm ready, Lydia.
So then we have the very first question to put the logs in the correct order. So we have the promise resolve, the then callback, queue microtasks, set timeout, a regular console log.
Oh, okay.
Guys, this is why I can't learn JavaScript. You've already lost me. You've already lost me here. The fuck?
Okay, so put the logs in the correct order. Okay, I think I could do this. We got a promise resolve, then console log 1. We got a queue microtask 2. We got a set timeout 3 at 0. We got a 4. Then we have a console log 5, and then we got a 6. So my guess is it's going to go like this. It's going to go 4, 2, 1, 3, 5, 6. Oh, no, because this is a promise.resolve.then. This should actually, I believe we'll actually get double put on this one. Hold on. So it should be 4, 2. Ooh, I don't know how set timeout versus promise goes. Okay, so I'm going to go 4. So some people are saying 5. I think you're wrong on that. So I think, oh crap, no. Oh my goodness.
I have
You're
so
right, this is an
little
instructor.
knowledge. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
think
so
this is going to be fun for us to watch. I don't know. Let's look at GD Quest. Sorry, guys. I don't really have anything to work on with my game right now. I mean, I do, but like, I haven't planned it out well enough to do it on stream, I feel like. A lot of these are older videos. And things changed so much with 4. I don't know what this is. Let's see what this is.
Like all of us, at some point in your game dev journey, you hit a roadblock and set out to get help. So you write a comment below a tutorial, or you ask a question on Discord, Reddit, or the GODOT forums, only to get even more frustrated. Nobody answers you, or worse, you get burnt and you're left on your own. You might be tempted to think everybody's a jerk, but that's not a very realistic or even productive worldview. There are many people out there who have the good reflex of answering questions and sharing what they know. You may simply not be following good question etiquette. In fact, asking a question in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to help you probably frustrates your readers too by blocking their goodwill to solve your problem. So, what can you do? And what is the etiquette for asking questions? The golden rule
This doesn't just go for Godot, by the way. It's all programming.
is simple enough to remember. HMHY. Help me, help you. There are 3 basic checks you can do to make sure you follow this rule and start getting invaluable free help from peers. The third and last step we share in this video is the one you should never skip, so please do stick around. We'll also provide you with a free GDQuest tool you can use to formulate your questions. You'd be amazed how generous people can be with their time and their knowledge if you follow these simple
Yeah, you just have to,
steps. This video is sponsored by Godot game devs like you who invest in learning with GDQuest. Remember, for a limited time, you can pre-order our Godot 4 courses below launch price. Let's break down the 3 checks.
I've never taken a GD Quest course. they were a tad on the expensive side. I hope the quality tracks because like there's a lot of free stuff out there, and if you're paying that much, I hope that you're getting something out of it. I'm not saying you won't necessarily. I'm just saying that
to follow the
it's a
golden
little
rule of
pricey.
community support. 1. Are you asking in the right place? Before you post a question, it's important to ask yourself if you're in the right venue. If you've just watched a tutorial and you scroll down to the comments section to ask an unrelated question about your own project, that may not be the best place to do it.
Sure.
People going through the comments section are more likely to want to read or write things related to the tutorial itself and its content. They might have questions of their own about the concepts, and along the way, they might answer yours. So it's important to be relevant. As a rule of thumb, post your question where you would yourself expect to find an answer to it. Try to find relevant threads, channels, and tutorials, not just to maximize the chances that someone actually answers you, but to allow others to also find the answer you might get. Another aspect of being relevant, besides being on topic, is also to read the room. Spend a little time reading and feeling out the vibe. Some forums or channels are more or less laid back, and some will even have their own rules, instructions, or community standards, so do look for those. Skipping them could signal to members that will not put in the time to read, so why would they put in the time to help you? This brings me to the second check. 2. Did you look for an answer? You're not expected to know how common or uncommon your question is, so don't worry about that. However, it would save you and the community some time to look up the question before asking it. Someone may have already obtained a very good answer to the same or a similar question. Run a basic search in your search engine. Identify the main topic or game mechanic and look up.
Okay, this is true for beginners, for sure. I've seen this, though, taken way too far. Where people are like, they will literally never... Okay, not in Godot, but at work, I've had issues, and this is way more common at work, but for some reason, people don't, some people don't make a distinction. When you are looking up a basic question about Godot, yeah, the question's been answered 1,000,000 times. Go find it. Absolutely. When you're at work and someone's coming to learn a custom complex system, do not freaking tell them to go look it up. Because guess what? There's nowhere to look it up. You ever tried to read internal documentation? It's a mess, dude. A lot of times, documentation written for customers is a mess. Documentation written for other developers? At a company where you're not selling those developers a product? Yeah, it's going to be shit. Okay? This is my personal experience, kinda. But, like, dude, if you ever hear, like, if you ever ask a question at work, and you think it's, like, a legitimate question, but they're giving you crap about going to look it up, I don't know, man. Take a look at that. Make sure they're not right, I guess. But it's possible that they're wrong. Okay? And they should just be answering your fucking question. People are assholes, even at work. And I'm sorry, but like, no, I'm not going to go try to find the stupid documentation that you didn't write well. The question I'm asking, because you didn't even listen to the question, so you don't even know if it's in there. So fuck you. Sorry, guys. My last job really sucked.
YouTube videos on the subject to see if someone has asked your question in the comments. Scan help requests in the Godot engine.
But don't let people gaslight you like that, okay? Like if you have looked, and then they say, just go find the answer, and they don't point you to an answer, then fuck them. They're just being dicks.
Forum, or on Reddit, or in the help forums on the Godot Discord server or the GQuest Discord server. If you think your problem might be connected to a bug, see if someone else has reported it. You can look up the open issues in the Godot project on GitHub using the link in the description. Besides potentially saving you time and being a show of good citizenship in your community, reading other people's questions and answers also helps you learn faster and better. Plus, when you find a good answer, if you remember it, you can share the...
Also, and I don't care how annoying someone is being, do not be an asshole to someone who asks a question, okay? Even if you do need to be like, just go find it yourself, don't be a dick. All right, that is just the worst kind of thing you can do, especially to a new person. Like, I just think you're so, like, if you're the kind of developer who's mean to new developers, just fuck off, dude. Everybody was new once. You weren't born a genius. Fuck off. Yeah, the attitude of some people is just bullshit, you know? Like, I've got no interest in that. Alright, I'm gonna switch to Genshin for a bit. So let's do that. Alright, I kept my YouTube one generic. So. I cannot wait till Zenless Zero comes out. Or Withering Waves. The next big gacha that comes out, I'm gonna be playing it a lot. Because I do like game dev, but I like playing also. Gotta get log in. There's my little Genshin code over here. If you guys want to play the game, give me credit, support the channel, that'd be great. I'll do dailies first. La 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 la. I got you everything. La 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 la. La la la. And I was once home. But when I popped off and you're going a little bit. Seven gold chains on my wrist, call me Slick Rick.
Yeah. Take it easy. Gotcha.
You're open. Here. That was tough.
Busted.
My hammer never gets them.
Here comes the catch.
A little taste. Test subject. Fry.
Take this!
I got careful. Time for retribution. It comes. Such a pain.
Oof. Thought I might lose that one. That was fun, actually. Ah, I stole all your children. But he didn't slay all of them. He left one behind. And that flower grew up and swore to find revenge. Just kidding. He killed all of them.
Quietly now.
Oh, hell yeah. Treasure.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Oh, you guys are dancing? Sorry, I'm here to ruin the party.
No. Quietly now. Take it easy.
Doodly doo doodly doo doodly doo doo.
Welcome here.
Busted.
I don't know, guys. I just keep running up to people who are dancing and attacking them. I'm not sure that I'm the good guy. Pretty sure I'm just like a menace to society. Hey, watch out for that guy. He keeps running around Tevat and just attacking dancing people.
I'm getting sick of this Don't let away!
Verdict is...
Gotcha.
Regret. Time for retribution!
Quietly now.
Da 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 dee da doo doo. Old carrots hiding in a statue? Yes, please. This thing. Stage energy extraction device. Hmm? Say what?
Sounds good to me. No.
Heartless.
Yeah, kinda.
Take it easy.
Like I said, I'm definitely the bad guy here. What did they do to me? They didn't do anything. What's this do?
Happy to oblige. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Well, people don't guard nothing usually.
New punching bag.
Sure. That's what you think.
Need. That's close enough.
Happy to oblige. Take it easy.
A new punching bag. Burn.
Dude, the combat is so fun!
Yeah.
Happy
A
to
new
oblige.
punching bag.
Game's up. Fun is over.
Need. Ha! 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 Ha!
Love that. There's no need to light those, but it's fun that you can. Okay, where is this thing? Hmm. Everything in here already. Didn't I come in here too? Look for a way to control and distract. Oh, come on.
Quietly now. Gutsy. Gutsy. Busted.
I don't feel like that one ran away. He just kind of became a mist.
Quietly now.
The jungle. Verdict is
How heartless. Happy to oblige. Here. Here.
Let's spark things up a little. Here comes the catch. Yeah.
that's close enough.
Busted. Quietly now.
I'll be back.
Happy to oblige.
You're in for a little shock. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun is over.
You are not welcome here. Time for retribution!
Quietly
This is harder than I thought.
I should have stayed home.
Learning this?
Just they all keep hiding down here. It's stupid. Alright, I guess I'll have to come back here. Wait a second.
Gotcha.
Time for retribution!
I'm getting sick of this game.
You, my dear, are outmatched. Stupid peanut butter fingers. I also go to 9 a.m. today. Another half hour. In case anybody's new here, my name's Tony. This is Red Cyber Dragon. Thanks for joining us. We're playing Genshin Impact right now. Normally, on this channel I play gacha games and make my own games. In GODOT. So, that's what we do here. Please sub, please follow.
Right on time.
I appreciate it. If you want, you can check us out on YouTube. Links in the chat. We also have a Discord server. It's small, but growing.
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone. Come on, let's go inside.
I like Dea.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away? Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth. Perhaps I need to work on my composure.
Damn.
Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
I'm sorry. She beat them? That's not great.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed. We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one.
Based.
The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
I mean, they should be
Yes,
going to
sorry.
jail, right?
It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Damn.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name
This
right
is
away.
dark, y'all.
I'm not risking another beating to keep his
It's real
secrets.
dark
No
for
way.
Genshin.
He, that guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean? Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this
Are they
mystery
dead?
man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready. Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Oh, hey, them is sussy, yo.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Wonder how long that goes.
Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing?
Awesome.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Some of them
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them.
I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how
she's
I
literally
behave.
wearing
I'll always be suspected of having
green
ulterior
pants and a
motives.
red top
Slowly,
to represent she's
to
half
stop
and half.
talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Da, 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 da. Tại 哪儿呢？ 好了好了，好嘞好嘞，啪！虫子。
Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy. Treasure.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape. Monsters! Watch out!
I haven't seen one of these big hilichurls in a while. That's because I've been doing my dailies in Sumeru.
Bellowing thunder! Lightning Take this! Lightning
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. Take it easy.
Oy.
Take this!
Retribution!
Thank God.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
What were you even expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Okay, that's weird.
From here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Investigate the elemental mind.
That's close enough. Where do you think you're going?
God, this is messed up. Why is this so freaking messed up? It's kind of buggy, guys. Don't you think?
Where do you think you're going?
Really? Alright.
That's close enough.
Alright, dudes. I think we're good for today. Thank you so much for coming. This is Tony with Red Cyber Dragon. We'll raid someone. Let's see. Alright. Thanks, everybody.